أولى ثانوي، فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.
Dear secondary stage students, year 1, welcome to our English program and welcome to our channel Madrasetna 3 under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. Today we are going to continue Unit 9, it's part 4. We are going to do revision on the whole unit and we are going to discuss together our story Treasure Island. Let's start together. What are the objectives of our lesson today? By the end of this lesson, you will be able to skim the text for the main idea. You're going to discuss and evaluate the feelings and the behavior and the intention of the characters in the story. Let's summarize together what happens in this chapter. Suddenly, Jim saw the Hispaniola. The Hispaniola is the name of the ship. So suddenly Jim saw the Hispaniola moving east and west. He thought that it was empty. He thought that the ship was empty. He thought that there is no one on the ship. He started to paddle. To paddle means to use a paddle in order to move his boat in the water. He started to paddle the boat, means to sail the boat, till he reached the Hispaniola. He held onto a rope and climbed on deck. What is the deck? The deck means the board of the ship. He climbed on the ship. Jim found Hans hurt. Jim told Hans to call him captain and to take down the flag of the pirates. So here Jim wanted to take control of the Hispaniola and he wanted to be the captain of the Hispaniola. Hans promised to take him to the island if he gave him food. Hans needs food and drink. So he told Jim that he will teach him how to drive or how to sail the ship. In return, Jim can give him food and drink. So Jim was able to learn from Hans how to sail the ship and how to stop it without an anchor. But Jim thought that Hans was planning something. Jim watched Hans secretly. He was hiding a knife and wanted to hurt Jim. So Hans wanted to trick Jim and he wanted to hurt him. Jim climbed up the mast. The mast اللي هو الساري بتاع السفينة عمود طويل كده. He climbed the mast and shot Hans with a gun. When Hans threw his knife at Jim and hurt him. So both of them are hurt. Jim was hurt by a knife and Hans was hurt by a gunshot. Jim found himself a bandage and jumped down into the shallow water. What does it mean, shallow? Shallow means it's not deep. So what is the main idea or what is the summary of this chapter? The summary is that Jim was able to go back to the Hispaniola, was able to go back to the ship. He took control of the ship. There was only Hans in the ship and he needs food, so Jim gave him food. But Hans tried to kill Jim, but Jim managed to kill Hans and to take control of the ship. Now let's discuss the vocab which appeared on this chapter. We have the word deck. When I say on deck the ship, it means on board the ship. As you see here in the picture, someone is working on deck. On deck, it means on board the ship. The top part of a ship where you can walk. This is the top part of the ship. This is the deck of the ship. What about the word bandage? Look at the picture. Someone is tying his hand with a bandage. So what's a bandage? A bandage is a long piece of cloth that you can put around an injury. If you injured yourself, if you cut your hand, you can put a cloth around your hand. This is called a bandage. What is the mast? As you see here, the mast is a tall pole. هو عمود طويل. It's a tall pole which carries sails on a ship. اللي بيتحط عليه الشراع بتاع المركب. As you see here in the picture, someone is climbing the mast of the ship. Like Jim in the story climbed the mast in order to escape from Hans, who was trying to kill him. This is the mast. What about the word sail? As you see here in the picture, the word sail means a sheet or a material that is attached to a pole on a boat to make it move. Sail can be a verb. We can say the sailor sailed the ship. So to sail the ship means to drive the ship. But again, sail can be a noun. It means a sheet or a piece of cloth that is attached to a pole on a boat, اللي هو الشراع بتاع المركب. So a sail is a piece of cloth, and the mast is a tall pole in which it is attached to. What about the word catch? As you see in the picture, the policeman is trying to catch the thief. So what is to catch? To catch means to stop someone from escaping, to catch the thief, to catch the bus, to catch cold, to catch the ball means to stop someone or something from escaping, to catch. What about the word flat? Flat can be a noun. So I can say, I live in a flat on the second floor. Flat means apartment, معناها شقة. I live in a flat on the second floor. But it can be an adjective. Here it's an adjective. So what does it mean flat? If you say, I wear flat shoes, what does it mean flat? Flat means it's level, having a level surface with nothing up or down. It's a level or it's a flat. سطح مستوي, as you see here in the picture. What about the word downstairs and the opposite upstairs? You go upstairs means you go up the steps, and you go downstairs means you go down the steps. So we say the downstairs, the ground floor or the lower floor of the building. When you go downstairs, you go to the lower floor or the ground floor of a building. What about the word shoulder? The word shoulder is the part of your body that is between your head and your arm. Look at the picture. Here is the shoulder. This is the shoulder. The part between your head and your arm, this is the shoulder. So it is a part of your body between your arms and your neck. What about the word wound? The word wound means an injury. An injury, especially a deep cut from a knife or a sword. So especially when it is, this cut is made by a weapon, it's called a wound. So look here at the picture, there is an injury or a wound, and he is trying to put a bandage on it. Do you remember the word bandage? A piece of cloth. We have the word wreck. Look at the picture here. When we say wreck, it means that it is the remains or the ruin of something. الحطام, البقايا بتاعة المركب, ده بنقول عليها the wreck. So we say a ship that is badly damaged. A ship that is badly damaged, this is the wreck of the ship. So a ship that is badly damaged and cannot be used again. Now we are going to answer some questions about the story, and then we are going to do a complete revision on the whole unit. Let's do that. The first question is about our story while chopping the meat. While chopping means while cutting the meat. While chopping the meat, his hands badly. While chopping the meat or while cutting the meat, what happened to his hand? He touched his hand, caught his hand, rounded his hand, or wounded his hand. Of course, we said that the word wounded means injure. So to wound means to injure. So the word wound can be a noun, means injury, and can be a verb, means to injure, to cut. So while cutting the meat or while chopping the meat, he wounded his hand, means he cut his hand. Question number 2. In the past, ships depended on the wind to push so that the ship could move. In order for the ship to move, the wind pushes what? The wind pushes the pole, the mast, the sail, or the steer. Of course, the wind pushes the sail. The wind push the sail in order to drive the ship. In order to drive the ship, or in order to sail the ship, so the wind pushes the sail. sail زي ما اتفقنا اللي هو الشراع بتاع المركب. Question number 3. All the passengers stood on the ship when it reached the harbor. What is the part of the ship on which we can stand? Is it the deck, duck, or dark? Of course, it's the deck. The deck is part of a ship on which we can stand, we can walk. The deck of the ship means the board of the ship, the top board of the ship. Question number 4. This table isn't, so I can't do my homework on it. So this table is not flat, it's not straight, it's not level. It has one side which up and one side which is down. So I want a table which is level, which is flat, in order to do my homework. So this table isn't shallow, rocky, flat, or plump. Of course, it's not flat. I need it to be flat. تكون السطح بتاعها مستوي. Flat. Question number 5. The nurse put A on the boy's head because he has a cut on it. The boy has a cut in his head. So he needs what? He needs to put a sheet, this is the cover of the bed, a bandage, cloth, or a string. Of course, we said that the bandage is a piece of cloth. It's a piece of cloth which we use to put around the cut or around the injury or around the wound. So here we use a bandage. Question number 6. A is a ship that is badly damaged. When the ship is badly damaged and cannot be used again. It is badly damaged and cannot be used again. So it is rock. Of course, you know the word rock. Racket, you know the word racket, the thing which you hit the ball with. Wreck or crack. Crack is something which is partially broken. But wreck, this is the damaged ship. When the ship is damaged and it cannot be used again, so we say it's the shipwreck. Shipwreck means a ship which is damaged. We cannot use it again. حطام السفينة, the shipwreck. Question number 7. The sea is here, so it will be safe for children. So when the sea is deep or shallow, it's safe for children. Of course, if it is deep, it means it is very dangerous for children. But when it is shallow, so what is shallow? Shallow means the opposite of deep. Deep, the opposite is shallow. Shallow means it's not deep. So when the water is shallow, it means that it is safe for children. So the word shallow is the opposite meaning of the word deep. They are antonyms, they are opposite meaning, deep and shallow. Now let's revise our unit, Unit 9. We're going to revise the vocab of the unit, which is talking about education, about Gen Air, do you remember? And we're going to discuss together the past simple and past perfect. So question number 8, before Charlotte Bronte was a writer, she used to work as for children of rich families. Do you remember? Who works for children in rich families? Who teaches children in rich families? Governorate, governor, governess, or government? Of course, the governess. We said that the governess is a woman who teaches children at home. Question number 9. Rich people pay to do the housework. Rich people they pay money to someone to look after the house. They pay for relatives, relations, governesses, or servants. Of course, the governess doesn't look after the house, doesn't do the housework. She only teaches children. What about the servants? The servants can clean the house, they can cook our food, they can help us with the housework. So we can say that rich people pay for servants to do the housework. Servants. Question number 9. Some bad people are to the orphans. Do you remember the word orphan? What is the orphan? The orphan is someone whose parents died. So some bad people are gentle to orphans, kind to orphans, cruel to orphans, or patient to orphans. Of course here we want a negative adjective. احنا عايزين هنا صفة سلبية. يعني احنا بنقول عليهم bad people. So they are gentle, they are kind, they are patient? Of course not. They are cruel. So what does it mean cruel? Means they are unkind. They are unkind to the orphans. Question number 11. The suffix turns the verb fail into a noun. What is the suffix? You know that the suffix is a letter or some letters that are added at the end of the word, which gives a part of speech. So what is the part or what is the suffix that we can add to the verb fail in order to turn it into a noun? How can we change fail into a noun? It's a failure, of course. So we add URE. So URE turns the verb fail into a noun. It will be failure. So fail, failure. Okay. لكن احنا عندنا ness زي مثلا clever, cleverness. عندنا مثلا option, option. عندنا مثلا identity. عندنا كمان في suffix ممكن تدينا noun. كل دول ممكن يدونا noun. يعني ITY, TION, NESS كل ده بيدينا noun. لكن which one can give the noun of fail? It's failure. URE. Question number 12. He has the horse and you can ride it safely. So what did he do to the horse? He trained the horse. So here we want a verb. It means that he trained the horse. هو درب الهورس كويس علشان كده you can ride it safely. طيب احنا هنا we don't have the word train. طيب which one is similar? He has schooled the horse, scaled the horse, skinned or scratched. Of course here we have the word school. You know that the word school can be used as a verb. So to school the horse means to train the horse, and we are going to discuss this together later. Question number 13. Mr. Ahmed bought a car after how to drive. Do you remember here I told you that after, when there is no subject after the word after, we use the gerund, we use the verb plus ing. So after learning how to drive. Don't forget this trick. When there is no subject, use the gerund. After learning, or before learning, or while learning. Question number 14. By the time she was 14, her father all her money. By the time she was 14, when she became 14, when she reached the age of 14, her father all her money. Here we want something that happened before she became 14. And this is the action which happened first. So the action which happened first is used in the past perfect tense. So we say, had spent her money. By the time she was 14, her father had spent all her money. So when she reached this age, all her money had been spent, or her father had spent all her money. يبقى احنا لما بيكون ال first action in the past, we use the past perfect, then we use the past simple. Now we are going to discuss more about the vocab and about the grammar, but we are going to do that on the light board. Let's go together. In this part of the unit, we talked about our story, Treasure Island. We talked about the Hispaniola, the name of the ship. And we have taken some expressions or some words which are related to the ship. Let's discuss them together and let's remember them together. For example, we have the ship deck. What is the deck of the ship? The ship deck. So all these words which I'm going to mention, they are related to the ship. The deck of the ship means the board of the ship. This is the board of the ship. So I can say the deck is the top part of the ship on which you can walk, on which you can stay, you can stand. This is the deck. What about the word mast? The word mast. This is a pole. هي عمود طويل كده. It's a tall pole, a mast. اللي هو الساري بتاع السفينة. كمان we have the word sail. You know that the verb sail, it can be a verb and it can be a noun. When it is a noun, it means a piece of cloth. A piece of cloth, which is used for the wind to push the ship. So the sail اللي هو بنقول عليه الشراع بتاع المركب. The sail of the ship. Okay, so if it is the ship, this is the sail of the ship. What about the paddle? We have the paddle. The paddle, again, is a tool which it helps you to sail the ship. So it's a long pole like this, and it has something like this for driving the ship, or for driving the ship, or for sailing the ship. It's a paddle. It's a tool which we use to drive our ship or to sail our ship. This is a paddle. Again, we have anchor, the word anchor. What is the anchor? The anchor is a heavy metal. It's a heavy metal thing which is used to stop the ship. We use it to stop the ship. So we have the ship anchor, the ship paddle, the ship sail, the ship mast, and the ship deck. Also, we have the word wreck. What does it mean, wreck? When the ship is destroyed, when the ship is damaged, it's the shipwreck, damaged ship. The damaged ship, or when a ship is damaged and we cannot use it anymore, it's a shipwreck. So all these words are related to the ship. As you have seen, we have finished Unit 9 together. We revised the whole unit. We revised the past simple and the past perfect tense. We revised together the vocab which appeared in this unit. And we revised Chapter 9 of our story, Treasure Island. Read the chapter carefully. You will enjoy it. And you will see how brave was Jim in this chapter. And study the vocab which appeared in this chapter carefully. Until we meet again next time, inshallah, wish you best of luck. Goodbye.
أولى ثانوي، فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد.